Okay guys, this is example 14.5 regarding the heating and humidification of air. An air conditioning system is to take the outdoor air at 10 degrees C and 30% relative humidity at steady rate of 45 meter cube per minute, and to condition it to 25 degrees C and 60% relative humidity. The outdoor air is first heated to 22 degrees C in the heating section and then humidified by the injection of hot steam in the humidifying section. Assuming the entire process takes place at a pressure of 100 kPa, determine A, the rate of heat supply in the heating section, and B, the mass flow rate of the steam required in the humidifying section. So this is the schematic diagram of the section discussed in an air conditioning system. So this is section 1-2, where we have the heating of the coil, and then we have the section of 2-3, where we introduce spray of water in order to increase the humidity. Right? So this is the condition inlet. This is the condition of towards the end of the heating process, and this is the condition of the outlet of the air conditioning system. And as for the psychrometric chart is concerned, this is the processes. Section 1-2, heating process without any humidification. So we are expecting omega 1 is equal to omega 2. Then from section 2-3 is the humidification process. Then we are expecting to increase the omega 3 from omega 2 to omega 3. So if you look right here, we have all the enthalpy involved, 1, 2, 3, all the enthalpy is different. So this is the properties of the air, the Cp and the gas constant, and then this is the properties of water vapor. So this is the pressure involved at 10 degrees C. This is the pressure involved with the Pset at 25 degrees C, and this is the enthalpy at 10 degrees C, and this is the enthalpy at 22 degrees C. So the first thing that we look here is to look at the the mass balance formula. So this is our mass balance for air. This is the mass balance for water vapor. So as I mentioned before, 1-2 does not change the moisture content or the water vapor content. So we are expecting to get the omega 1 is equal to omega 2. And as for the energy balance, this is the Q in involved. So the energy in, this is energy in equal to energy out. The three element of energy in, the energy involved, 2 in, 1 out. So Q in plus m dot A H1 equal to m dot A H2. So rearrange, we can put the rate of heat supply. So in this question, we need to calculate what is the rate of heat supply at the heating section, which is 1 to 2. So we need the value of m dot A, and also we need the value of H2 and H1. So this is how we get the m dot A. Right, this V dot is given right here is as 45 meter cube per minute. Then we divide by the specific volume when we get the mass flow rate of air. And then to look at the value of H, this is the formula for H1, this is the formula of H2, and in here we need to get the omega 1 and omega 2. So omega 1 is equal to omega 2. So this is how we get the omega 1 using the basic formula of specific humidity. So this is the value of H2. This is the formula, or this is the value of H1. So based on this energy balance formula for Q in, then we get the Q in as 673 kilojoule per minute. This is how much heat is being input to the air, assuming that there's no heat loss. Process is adiabatic. Okay, process is adiabatic, no heat loss. Then next we are looking at the mass of water vapor. This is the formula for the mass of water vapor. We need to get the mass flow rate of the steam required in the humidifying section. So which is the m.3. So this is the formula for m.3, which involve the omega 3. So this is the energy balance. Sorry, this is the mass balance. m.w equal to m.a multiplied by omega 3 minus omega 2. So we need to get what is the omega 3. This is the omega 3, and this is what we get from the mass balance, the moisture of the air coming out from this section 3, whereby we have add up the moisture of air. Alternatively, we can get the enthalpy and the omega value from the psychrometric chart. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is to look at the value of omega 1, which is equal to omega 2, the value of omega 3, the value of H1, H2 to solve the amount of heat input to the section 1 to 2, which is the heating section. Again, this is our section involved, and this is our psychrometric chart. So we plot T1 and Phi1. So this is how we plot state 1, 10 degrees C, and then the Phi value, then we get state 1. And then as for the state 2, this is the temperature involved, 22 degrees C. Then we know that the section 1 to section 2, the omega 1 is constant. So we sketch an horizontal line to represent the process from 1 to 2, to represent the path of 1 to 2. And then next one is to plot the T3 and the Phi3. So this is the temperature involved, and that is the point 3. Then this is the process from 2 to 3. And next what we do is to read all the parameters needed. So 1, 2, 2, 3. We need the omega 1 equal to omega 2. That is where we read the omega 1 and omega 2. This is for the omega 3. And then we get the value of H1, H2. Therefore, we get all the values of the enthalpy, the values of omega, then we put into the formula in order to get the heat input to section 1 and also the mass flow rate of water vapor at state 3. Okay guys, so it's easier to read the psychrometric chart to get all the values of omega and all the values of enthalpy, rather than to memorize the formula involved from the mathematical analysis. But always take note that if you use psychrometric chart, the accuracy of the answer obtained is all depend on our skill of plotting the point and reading all the properties. So that is for example for the case of heating and humidifying.